my YouTube channel. My name is Lydia. This is Nuki. I hope you enjoyed today's Vinyasa Flow class. So for those of you who are new to the practice, first of all, welcome to the mat. In Vinyasa Flow classes, we are moving from one pose into the next, and we're essentially using the breath to take us through each and every single movement. This is in a way why we call it a flow class. So you're going to notice us moving from an inhale breath into a specific pose and then an exhale breath into a different posture. There are going to be different variations provided to you, so just come into whichever pose resonates with you today. Without further ado, let's come and meet on the mat, everyone. Start by focusing the attention on your breath. The inhale and exhale. Notice if you're feeling particularly anxious or stressed, or if you're already feeling quite calm. Observing each breath without trying to change or adjust it. Join your hands at the center of the heart and take a moment to set aside some time to set your intention for your practice today. Perhaps ensuring that you always stay mindful throughout your journey. Let's release the hands and make our way into a downward facing dog. In your down dog, you can come up onto your tiptoes, maybe pedal out the feet, one heel down as you lift the other heel up. Start by lifting the right leg up to the sky and taking a few circles with the knees here. Very good. And then left leg goes up and draw a circle with your knee. So you're really trying to open your hip joint here, moving in a circular motion. Come back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, coming up to a plank pose. Stack the shoulders above the wrist. Breathing in. Bending the elbows, let's lower down halfway now. It's a half chaturanga. Now belly releases itself on the mat. Come up into cobra. Lift your hands off the floor and feel this invisible force as you lift your hands off the floor, pressing the pelvic bones down. Tucking the toes, let's make our way back into downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Inhale, coming back up to plank pose. Rounding the upper back, don't lift your glutes too high. Breathing in here and bend the elbows halfway. Keep the elbows close to your waistline, everyone. Holding here. Lower the belly down on the floor. This time, bring your hands behind your back, clasp the fingers, and lift the chest a little higher. Draw the shoulder blades together for one more deep breath. Hands down, tuck the toes. Let's push back into down dog or take a child's pose. Breathing in. Tuck your toes and make your way back into Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Right leg up to the sky. Step the right foot forwards, warrior one. Place the palms down, step back to plank, chaturanga. Up dog, inhale, exhale to down dog. Left leg steps through, warrior one, gaze up to your thumbs, palms lower down, chaturanga on the exhale. Inhale, breathing, lift the chest, downward facing dog. Take a breath in here, and right foot steps forwards again, lower the back knee, Anjaneyasana. Pull your shoulder blades together. Release the hands down onto the floor, tuck your back toes, lift the knee off the floor. Inhale, sweep the arms up to a high lunge position. Exhale, palms down, step it back. Right leg up to the sky, maybe take your three-legged chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step the left foot forwards in between your hands, lower the back knee. Anjaneyasana as you pull the fingertips back. Place the hands down, lift your back foot off the mat, reach the arms high to crescent lunge. Palms release down. We're going to step it back to your three-legged swan dive, or just take a knees, chest, chin. Up dog on your breath in, and let's take it back to your downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take a few deep breaths here. Feel your calves and the hamstrings being pulled back in space. Straighten the arms, lengthen the spine. Right leg goes up to the sky. Take it into the nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale to the right tricep. Inhale, back up. Back into the nose. Right leg sweeps up. And then step the right foot forwards. We're coming up into warrior one. Exhale out to warrior two. Inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, extended side angle pose. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Take your bind now, if you would like. So reach your right hand underneath your thigh and grab hold of the fingertips. Externally rotate your chest up to the sky and gaze up. Straighten the front leg and re-bend the knee. Straighten and bend. Straighten up and bend the knee. Release the palms down. Let's take it to three-legged chaturanga. Lower down, option to chin stand if you would like to. Up dog on the inhale. Downward facing dog on the exhale. Breathing in and breathing out. Left leg up to the sky. Exhale, drive it into the nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale to the left tricep. Inhale, back up. Exhale to the nose. Inhale, back up. Quietly step it forwards, coming into warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale to side angle. Inhale, reverse warrior.
Exhale to side angle pose. Stay here or start to make your way into the bind. Go for your fingers or the wrist. Keep rotating your chest upwards, everyone. Breathing in. Exhale. Let's straighten up the leg and bend. Straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. Palms down. Take a chaturanga of your choice. Urdhva Mukha, breathing in. Adho Mukha Svanasana on the exhale breath. Lengthen your spine and be mindful of your breathing pattern, everyone. Very good. Right leg up to the sky. Step the right foot forwards. Crescent lunge. Reach the arms back to arrow and take it back up to crescent lunge. Reach the arms back, chest forwards. Inhale, crescent lunge. Hands to the heart. Drive the knee in, hug it nice and tight. Stand up tall at the front of the mat and come into any variation of tree pose. Most important is to keep your left hip externally rotated. Hug the knee back into the chest, step it back into crescent lunge. Place the palms on the floor, extend your right leg. We're going to bend into Anjaneyasana, extend into half splits. Inhale, reaching back. Exhale, extend your right hamstring. Inhale, reaching the fingertips back. Exhale, half splits, everyone. Option to stay in half splits, or feel free to stretch your legs and come into full Hanumanasana. Use the blocks if you need to. If you're feeling good, any arm variations are welcome. You can take a twist, you can reach the arms up, you can reach for your back foot, take a back bend. Keep that left hip dialed forwards, everyone. And let's slowly meet back in Ardha Hanumanasana. Bend into the right knee and step it back to downward facing dog. Left foot now comes forwards, crescent lunge. Reach the arms back. Inhale, drive it up. Exhale, chest comes low. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, coming back. Inhale, crescent lunge. Drive the right knee in, stand up tall, and come into any tree pose that you feel resonates with you today. You can draw the arms up to the sky or keep it to your chest. Hug the knee back in, step it back into high lunge. Drop the back knee, extend your left leg. Inhale, bend into Anjaneyasana. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, sink into the hip, reach the fingertips back. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, reach fingertips all the way back. And then stay in your half splits as you fold your chest on your thigh. Flex the left toes. Option to stay as is. or come into full Hanumanasana. If you're somewhere in between, take your blocks here. Also very useful. Keeping the hips square as much as you can. And let's meet in half splits, everyone. Bend into the left knee. Let's step it back in downward facing dog. Breathing in, breathing out. If you need a child's pose, please sink your glutes down and take a breather here. Wherever you are, take a Vinyasa. We move into an up dog and push it back into your downward facing dog. From down dog, we're going to slowly make our way to the front of the mat here. Bend the knees, step or float to the front. Up to you. Lift your chest halfway and fold to Uttanasana. Arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Pranamasana, hands to the heart. Squeeze the thighs, sink back into Utkatasana, chair pose. Bring your hands together if you have no issues around the shoulders. Keep internally rotating your inner thighs and squeeze. Imagine you have a piece of paper there. And now fold your chest in on top of your thighs. Reach the fingertips forwards and come into half chair. Option to lift the heels off the floor. Fingertips reaching forwards. Hands to the heart. Sink the glutes down. Come into a toe squat. Move your hands across to the right side. Come into side crow. Practice this arm balance. Very good. Come back to your toe squat. Take a breath here. Let's move into side crow on the other side. Find your balance. Make sure the glutes are elevated. Pick up one toe and maybe the other toe lifts. Your arms are like they are in a chaturanga. Back to toe squat and rise up. Very good. Step your feet hip distance apart. Take your two-piece fingers, wrap them around your big toe. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold the chest down. Elbows are coming out to the right and the left side. Paragushtasana. Forward fold. Rise up to the fingertips, exhale to the hips, and inhale, come all the way up. Inhale, reach the arms up, exhale to the heart. Two more. Inhale up, exhale to the heart. Inhale, we rise. Exhale to the heart center. Come into a seated pose, everyone. Fold your chest on your thighs. We're going to take Paragushtasana as well, except in a seated position. So we call this pose Paschimottanasana. But essentially the bodily movement is exactly the same, except we're seated rather than standing. Fold the chest on your thighs and breathe. Break the pose. Bring the right foot outside of your left thigh. Left arm goes up, take a twist, and look back past your right shoulder. Marichyasana, spinal twist here. Concentrate on what's going on in the belly, in the torso region. Return to center, swap the legs around, left foot outside right, and take a twist as you gaze past your shoulder. Use your tricep to keep pressing out against the outer thigh, twisting a little bit deeper. Break the pose. Let's come into Navasana, boat pose. Hands can support the thighs or not. You can also straighten the legs if you want, or grab your two-piece fingers and grab hold of the big toe as you envelope the chest and the thighs together towards each other. Fire up the core and continue breathing. Very good. Break the pose, cross the ankles, step or float back, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths in Adho Mukha Svanasana. Bend the knees, step or jump to seated. From your seated pose here, let's bring the soles of the feet together, hands around the toes. Fold the forehead down to your big toes. Baddha Konasana, round angle posture. Slowly coming up, let's come and lie on our back. Inhale, lift the lower back, middle back, upper back. Shoulder blades together, interlace your fingers and come up into this version of your bridge pose. Chin to the chest, press your feet down to the mat and hold. Release the pose, hug the knees into the chest and take a few rocks from side to side, massaging out the lower back. In your second back bend that we're about to come into, take the version we just did, or take it up into wheel pose. If you're in wheel, come up onto the tiptoes, walk your hands or your feet closer towards each other, and see if you can lower the crown of the head down as you straighten the arms, almost like you're doing push-ups here. Good. You don't have to take this, you can just stay in your wheel. It's an option for you. Very good, everyone. 1 or 2 more breaths. Tuck the chin. Let's all come down to lie on our backs. Hug the knees into the chest. And then straighten the legs, reach the arms up, and once again, fold your chest forwards. Snuggle the chest down on top of your thighs and just take a moment here in Paschimottanasana. This pose is very good at counteracting the spinal extension movements that we did in all of your back bending. Let's lift the chest up, bend the knees, coming into reverse tabletop. Lift your hips, your chest, fingertips facing your heels, and look upwards here, everyone. Very good. Engage the glutes. And break the pose. Fold forwards for a couple of breaths. In the next pose, you can either take reverse tabletop again, or we are going to come into Purvottanasana, Great Eastern Stretch. If you're coming into Great Eastern Stretch, keep your legs straight, lift your hips, make sure the toes reach the floor, and then coming up into essentially a plank pose, but in the other direction. Breathe normally, everyone. Come back down, take a nice little forward fold, releasing the spine, lengthening the hamstrings. Conscious breaths in and out. Come and lie on your back very slowly. Take a few rocks from side to side as the knees come into the chest. Gonna move into softer practice now. Let go of any of your ujjayi breathing. We're now coming into your full relaxation. So let your feet rest hip distance apart, maybe rocking the neck a few times. Take a deep breath in, big sigh out. One more just like that. Inhale. Deep breath out. It is time for you to just surrender. Nothing else that you need to do except be still and be present for the next few moments. Bring some movement back into the body via your fingers and the toes. Knees into the chest as you rock from side to side. Lying on the right side, take the time that you need. And when you're ready, slowly begin to lift yourself up to a comfortable seat. Take a moment here to observe the change in your physical body as well as your emotional body. What has the practice given to you that you can take away with you throughout the rest of your day? When challenges take place, how can you come back to this very moment that you're in now? Hands come to the center of chest. Dedicate your efforts, your practice towards the intention that you carved out at the start. Hands to the top of the head, forehead, and heart as a reminder of our actions of body, speech, and mind to be in harmony with kindness always.
Hi yogis, thank you for joining us in today's class. If you've been enjoying the practices with me, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for weekly classes to your inbox. Stay safe, keep a happy mind and a happy heart. Namaste.